Oi, oi.
Hello.
Welcome back.
We're back.
Back once again. Just to get things out of the way, we did say we were going to record
No.
loads of podcasts when we went away. And we did, and we set it all up, and we were sitting with Paul Clark in the hotel lobby ready to record
No.
podcasts, but we forgot to lift the power plug for the mixing desk after setting it all up. And then I tried to order one off Amazon to come the next day.
No,
And
let's be honest now. You did go to 3 electrical shops.
I walked fucking right around Malta trying to get them, but something to do with a power bank. They don't sell there, so that's why there's no extra shows.
So, yeah.
Because we could have been chilling the night and just put one of them out.
Yeah.
But we had loads of people to come on. Like we were literally sitting in the
We
hotel.
found a great spot to do them.
Aye.
We had a load of people lined up to do them. We had them in for each day. And then when we sat down, had all the cables out, had people around, fucking.
You would have had an audience and all to do it.
And then as we went to go,
As soon as we got everything plugged in, went, "Where's the power back?" And then we were looking in the bag. No, it's big. It's a plug about 4 foot long with a big massive box on it. Me and Dave kept looking in the school bag for this bag.
It was Ash's fault. Like,
Oh,
I forgot to tell you this. Heather tried to out me to Ash on Wednesday.
Apparently, I felt sorry for you actually when she told me.
Oh no, she tried to. I did. We're not friends anymore. It's your fault. All you and your questions. But yes, guys. Sorry, I was wondering. I was going to ask you what they were about, but okay, well, let's find out live.
Let's find out what
So,
they are.
listen, what are these little sparkly things that I found earlier when I set this up? Fishnets and all. What have you been doing out here during the darts? I assumed it was possibly part of Ash's dancing stuff or costume. So it's Halloween.
It has to be. No, I don't know. I've never seen these before in my life.
What have you and your brother been doing out here playing darts?
I hope Haller's not watching. We're getting fucking hookers in.
Yeah, I did find out what it was.
It's got to be Aisha.
That's what I was assuming it was. But yeah, so I'll take the blame on that, guys. All the lovely sunny.
But it wasn't, mate. It is what it is, mate. I mean, we were literally rushing to leave here.
We carried every cable, tripod, camera, computer, fucking every bit of equipment to Malta,
except for one wire.
Here, but
it was the most important wire. We could have got away with one like fucking microphone thing not being there.
Oh yeah, there was 4 mics. Like if you missed one of them, sweet.
And then we thought, as I say, Amazon were like, it'll be there next day.
You tried to get it on
I did. I booked it. This was on the Friday afternoon. I ordered it, and it said it would be on the Saturday morning. Then the Saturday afternoon, I looked, and it said it still hadn't been dispatched. And I was like, well, we're going home, so I'm not even fucking bothering my whole. I just cancelled it.
Yeah, well, that's a good idea.
Fucking dickheads.
Oh well,
it was good though.
Now that's out of the way. Oh, it was fantastic. A lot of weird shit happened along the way, but it was fucking brilliant.
No, mate, let's look at that bite in my arm. It's only starting to go away now.
Yeah.
Fucking rough, like.
Yeah, it could have been worse. Could have been Stevie.
I know. What about Stevie from Subversion? He ended up in the hospital.
Well, we'll not go into too much detail here, but it all went a bit wrong for Stevie. But he's on the mend, so.
I was talking to him yesterday, so I was, and he said he's not too bad. He says he's sort of recovered over there. But it was bites. It was like, it's not even. I was looking. Apparently, spider bites are a real thing over there.
Yeah.
There was loads of spiders. I noticed loads of them. Only wee black footers. I seen loads. I mean, like, see, whenever we were sitting in the wee bars and all, you seen them on the table, or you see in my room. I seen one come out of a fucking plug socket in my room.
See, I spent far too much time in the ocean to be seeing spiders.
No, you didn't. You spent so much time being stoned. There's Stevie there, survived in the end. What's happening, brother?
But, mate, you survive, mate?
I was the same, mate. I ended up. It was the last day I got that one. It was only in the airport, really. I noticed it. Yeah. I was like, "Fuck me!" And it just got worse and worse as the week went on. Like there was pus and everything coming out of it over the week.
You and Howard had new sun cream, and I did. Although you do have a far better tan than I do.
That's because I didn't use sun cream. Look, see, it wasn't that warm. Like 25, I think was the best one.
But like that whole trip kind of went pear-shaped for me literally as we arrived in Belfast airport because I needed to go for a piss, and whenever I came out, because of whatever way they've redesigned the toilets, I took the wrong turn and ended up in the girls' toilets.
Did you?
Did I not tell you this? So I came out, I get lost going into the toilets. I was like, what? Because it's like sort of like a zigzag.
In the city or in
the international? Well, we were going.
Right.
And then whenever I came out, I wasn't really paying attention, and I just walked out and turned right instead of turning left, and there was some woman doing her makeup, and I was like, oh, hello, and just kept walking. And then I looked up, and there was a big girl symbol on the wall. I was like, oh shit, sorry love, I went the wrong way. And from there on in, it all just went downhill.
I know. Fucking missed their flight the next morning and all. Fucking
well, no, before we even get to the missed flight, what did you do on the flight started telling the flight attendants I was fucking Scapatici steak knife
Steak knife.
for touting
You
about
were
them people.
touting. You were
No,
touting on someone. I was like, go ahead, steak knife.
I wasn't touting on them. They were sitting in our seats, and we were like, "I fuck it, we'll just sit on the other side." And then they were trying to move them because they wanted to sit with their kid, and we were like, "Oh, it's fine." But to be fair, it's him that's took the seat, not me. I wasn't getting fucking moved. I had a great seat in the plane.
Fucking right, go ahead, steak knife.
And then all the wine, all the fucking wine.
Oh mate, we drank so much wine. I was bar crack, and I don't even drink too.
Well,
I was fucking lit at a dick. Like
3 bottles in the airport.
3 bottles
between the 3 of us,
and then
we bought 8 mini bottles on the plane for our long stopover in Manchester.
bar crack. Like
Sat in the rain in Manchester outside the airport, just getting lit.
talking to homeless people.
Talking to homeless people.
I was holding court and all. He's like, "Oh man, I went to Belfast before," and then he started talking about UDA and all. And I was like,
I know that I was fucking fairly gone, but one of them guys definitely turned around and told us that they were some paramilitary organization.
I actually kept
done bad shit.
he was talking in an English accent, and he started telling me that he was in the UDA and all.
Aye.
And I was like, "Mate, right, I'm away." And here the fuck.
It was at this point we were like, right, okay, bye.
He had a limp too. I was like, "Did you lose that in the car bomb and all?" He was
Got kneecapped.
raging. Fucking bad crack, like, but it was good. It was good. Like, it really was. And then, fuck, remember the driver too? The driver they got. She was raging when we got there.
Which one?
The driver when we got there.
The woman.
She was raging because obviously they booked us a driver from the airport, but we ended up missing a flight and then got on another flight, which was literally 15 minutes later.
Yeah.
So, or it was about a half an hour later, but they had the wrong flight number. Then it turns out. So whenever we got there, we were an hour later than usual, and she was sitting there for an hour waiting on us. She was ripping it.
Well, to be fair, we did send them the details and say, look,
I sent at fucking 6 o'clock in the morning.
Aye, well, at the end of the day, you can't really give them much heads up if you're
Miss a
not
flight,
on the flight at 6 o'clock in the morning. But the best we did was here we're on the next flight an hour later.
I know, but it was funny, like, and then it took her half the journey there to like make up with us.
Aye, she did not want to know.
She didn't care,
like,
did she?
No, she was like, get these bastards.
It is such a nice spot, like.
Oh, it's lovely.
And see, when you got there too, like, we're all make sure we have travel plugs. Not one of us even decided to Google it's fucking British plugs.
You just assume.
You just assume it. Aye.
Yeah. Well,
driving the same side of the road as us and everything.
If they use euro currency, they must use euro plugs.
I'm sure they use pounds too, I bet you.
You should have tried that out. Like, here, take my British money.
Fight them
even the taxi driver as well. Whenever we got the taxi back to get the podcast off and come back, like the universal language of "you're a fucking prick." Like he gave your man some dog's abuse in whatever language he was speaking, but it was definitely "you're a fucking dick. Get out of my way."
See the driver that brought us to the gig and back from the gig. It was like in a minibus thing.
Yeah.
And see on the way back, he was fucking lit.
They are like cartoons.
He was blutered like.
Them taxi drivers are all the same. Either there's like some woman who has had 20 identical male children who've all grown up and started a taxi business in Malta, or the guy is the one taxi driver of all of Malta.
No, I think that probably whatever it was called, we're all thing. But it was funny because then we stopped and he goes, "Here, lads, you just want to give us a wee." This is like 5 o'clock in the morning. He goes, "You want to give us a tip that I get another couple of beers?" And he's fucking blutered. He drove us.
We kept joking and all earlier in the day. We're like, "Aye, there's
him in the bar."
And then it turned out that he actually was.
It mustn't be a big deal over there.
Did I tell you about the woman that I got in a mini fight with on the plane going to Malta? I wouldn't know because I was the one I wasn't set with you. So you know how I am on planes. Whenever it comes
on the way back, it would have been because you sat with us on the way there.
No, the second flight going to Malta, I wasn't sitting with you.
Oh, you were. Did you have two of them? We were all three sitting together.
Was it?
Aye.
Well, I just never told you that this happened. So whenever I get up, when it's, time to get off the plane, and I'm like, get me off this fucking thing, there was some woman standing behind me. She had the same idea. And see, when two people like me lock horns, like, it fucking does my head. Like, so, like, you're not beating me at this. And I was standing there with my bag, and you could feel her trying to, like, squeeze in the little gap behind me. I was like, where the fuck are you going? So I kept leaning back. And she kept pushing harder into my bag and turning me. So I kept pushing harder back in there. And it was just this weird little fight that I had on the plane. This woman, she kept pushing the fuck out of me. Every time she pushed me harder, I was like, fuck off. I have a full podcast bag up here. I'll fucking meet you up.
Maybe she stole the wire.
Well, no,
see if you had to come back and it wasn't there, you'd have been like, a fucking whore bag.
I'll teach you to not let me off the plane, you cunt. What's that? It's a good thing there's no wires
It's-
sticking out my
Our
back.
wee club was good, like, because it was sort of outside, but it wasn't.
Well, even before we even get to the club, mate, the pool party, we went
I
and
was
collected
mad.
everything. We're Subversion and all were playing. Like that was a great wee spot.
It was mental too, wasn't it?
It was filled with mental
I
people.
couldn't have stayed there. Like,
Oh no, like whenever you were
that's where
hearing the stories,
that's where they were.
partying.
That's where they were going to put us.
Aye,
I was
partying
like,
to 6 in the
nah,
morning. You're like, no, I need to have.
That's
fucking-
why I said to them. I just said to them. I was like, just give us the money you are going to pay for the hotel, and we'll just book our own. But
Yeah.
worked out way better anyway.
Oh, aye.
Do you know what I mean? But I couldn't have stayed in that hotel. Like, not a
Oh
chance.
no, definitely not. It was fun for the period of time we were
I
there.
were for a fucking 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
That was all right. Like,
But no, you couldn't have done 4 days there. I would have just put you around the fucking bend.
I know. But it would the whole. It's got
spot's class then.
it's got potential to be
Oh
the
yeah.
next to be.
But no, but if we were 10 years younger, you would love it. You definitely would have done it.
The only problem is the infrastructure on the island isn't set up to be like a Ibiza. There's literally, like, see their motorway. Their motorway is literally a 1 lane fucking,
Yeah.
or 2 lanes. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Well, let's be honest, so's ours right now.
Aye. But that's the only problem they'll have. And the way people say, like, Gaza is the most dense populated place on earth.
Yeah.
Apparently it's Malta. Malta's actually
Well,
the
the
most
island's tiny,
and it's tiny, and
and
there's
they've half the population we have here.
I was reading it there the other day.
Well, half the population of the north of the island.
Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
You're talking all fucking southern there.
No, because Malta is an island in itself. So if you were going to say, aye,
I know.
for the
But I apparently it's the most. It was something to do with World War. I was reading because it was the most bombed place on earth as well, and it says the most densely populated place on earth. I would make sense because see how many cars there was, like, and there was me and Heather went to Velita, which is the wee fucking citadel thing, which is the like the main place, and it's up on like a rock looking over the bay. It's class, but the thing is, see, coming back from there was a fucking taxi that broke down. One taxi, broke down, and the traffic, like, we didn't move for half an hour.
That's right. Because I remember you phoning me. You were like, right, that's us leaving now. We'll be back in half an hour.
It's not even a half an hour drive.
Later, I phoned you, and you were like, we haven't moved.
But then moving, he was going out. We were like, remember Take That and Michael Bublé and all were playing. We were like, it must be because of that. And the taxi driver was even saying, no, so it might be. And then once we got to the end of the road, where that electrical shop, the big red one I went to, we got to there, and it was one taxi had broken down. It was pulled up on the curb.
Yeah.
People couldn't hardly get round it. So it was going one car just about. It was madness, mate. Whereas, no, I mean, there's no hard shoulders or fuck all.
But again, it's not designed for what
it is.
What we were doing.
What they're trying to make it into either. Like.
But the wee club, as you were saying, was fantastic.
Was really good.
Really enjoyed playing. The crowd were definitely up for it.
I loved every second of it. Because you sort of go like, you know what I mean? You don't know what you're going into.
Yeah.
Obviously, we played after Ben, like, so you know there's going to be a decent fucking crowd there, like, but they all stayed, like, you know what I mean? The place was fucking bunged.
I have to get this.
Can I get this off my chest first? What the fuck are you doing, Colours, putting a drum and bass DJ on? The place was rammed from front to back when we walked in. We pulled up and we heard drum and bass, and we were like, "Are you sure, driver? Like, is this the right place?" We didn't. Yeah. We were genuinely phoning people going, "I don't think we're at the right place here because that's drum and bass playing in there." And we went in, and I mean, from front to back, it was rammed.
Yep.
And then your mom had only started playing, and it just started emptying. Yep. And now that didn't benefit Ben either.
No.
Didn't benefit us. Didn't benefit Paul. Didn't even benefit DJ Sammy. At least DJ Sammy would have kept people there before 4x4 beats. You know what I mean?
Well, we'll get to that when you finish your run.
Yeah, but it was the drum and bass killed the whole thing.
Yeah, the wobble music.
It fucking, like, people started leaving in droves because, like, if you're going to that event, it was people who booked to go to the event. They're not going for that style of music.
No.
Because there wasn't one drum and bass DJ on any of the other lineups.
No, not at all. And it was a really weird vibe because everyone was kind of standing about, being like, right, what's going on here? When's the actual real music going to start? But as you say, it
emptied the place. Like,
one of the artists pulled out, so therefore there's some local DJ.
Entrance or something was on the next night, or so, I don't know. But it was stupid. It was daft. Like, you just put someone on for 2 hours in to keep it. It didn't work. Like,
no,
it didn't work at all.
I also don't know what the fuck DJ Sammy was doing. Like, I was told by friends who've seen him in a beta that he was class, so I was actually really looking forward to seeing DJ Sammy because I heard he played some really banging tunes and was a really good DJ.
Well, obviously he has some fucking absolute hits, like.
Aye, but like
That was rough.
you can have hits and not be able to DJ. Like
So everyone knows Heaven, right? And they know all the other DJ Sammy songs. What he done is he, instead of them being happy hardcore old school the way they were meant to be, he's turned them into EDM tunes and big long ballads.
well, yes, there's that. So we had some singer singing all the songs, and he just put a loop underneath it. But like he didn't mix. He just started going, "Everybody scream!" and then brought a tune in. You're like, there was no mixing there. You literally just stopped the music, asked people to scream, and then played a tune.
Yeah.
Or when he did try and mix, he had it fucking like queued up, so it was going, "Brrrr," and then just brought a tune. And you're like, what the fuck happened? And then
I have a theory behind that.
no, wait,
Because the tunes he's playing have big, massive, long things. So he hasn't, instead of just being a normal producer and edited and mixing bits down from 15 years ago,
Yeah.
they're 1 minute 30 seconds.
You can still fast forward and set the cue point.
That's what I'm saying.
for later in the tune.
But that's my theory behind it, because it was all the older tunes that he was playing that he done that with. He was mixing, like, remember he mixed the Avicii tune in?
Yeah.
He mixed it fine. It was the long.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he hasn't just sat down and went, "I'll just make us 32 beats."
Yeah. But
Do you know what I
then let's not forget then the fucking pièce de résistance, the 12.5-minute rendition of Heaven, which started as a very melodic ballad, and then there was another version, and then a dance version, and then
Yeah.
fucking Cotton Eye Joe version, and then your granny washing the dishes version. Like, oh my god, this song's never gonna fucking end.
It
Like,
was mad.
It was not Heaven. It was not Heaven at all. It was.
It went on for way too long.
It was just like, right, we get the point. You made
just
Heaven.
play Heaven and let her sing.
Yeah, just do it once. We don't need it for 12.5 fucking minutes. But
it was a long time.
it was a massive letdown, because I actually was quite looking forward to seeing DJ Sammy after what
me
I'd
too.
heard, and I was like, well, that was.
It was better than the drum bass DJ.
Oh yeah, well, it was.
So
At least
I
it
was happy
the-
enough. See,
yeah.
after he went off, and DJ Sammy trolled him. See, whenever they were swapping over, and DJ Sammy was going on. This was before Ben. DJ Sammy said, like, "Oh yes, let everyone give this man a round of applause for that awesome set."
I didn't even hear that.
Because everyone in the room, like, see the many people come over to me and we're like, "When are you on?" And I'm like,
Yeah, aye.
fucking 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, or was it 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, and they were like, "Fuck's sake,
Between 2 to 3, we were on.
Was it?
Aye.
Either
I
way.
don't know.
It was 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock our time here, so.
Yeah.
And I was like, that time, and they were like, but that's like we need to change this. This is brutal. And I was like, I know. And I walked in. What do you call it? Fucking. There's a couple of people from Scotland, and can't remember his name now, so I'm not going to try. But he came up to me too, going, "This is fucking brutal. I'm going home here with his missus."
Aye.
And this is just we walked in like.
That's one thing I would like to address with the general public. See whenever we're standing waiting to go on and we're not on for a while, and people approach us and like, "Oh, can you not just go and throw him off and start?" Like, I appreciate what you're saying, because you're not enjoying the experience this person's delivering to you, so therefore you want us to come on. But at the same time, there's fuck all we can do. We're paid to be there for a specific time, to play for a specific amount of time, and that is it. It's not a case, and it's like, if it was once or twice, but it happens so much, and it's like, yes, we love the fact that
I
you want
felt
that, but
what people were feeling too. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't want him on. It was shite. It
it would be
genuinely
great to
was
have
shite.
that power,
Aye.
and be like, mate, fucking off you go. We're gonna go on here for
No,
3
we
hours.
would have
But
ended DJ Sammy if we had done that.
I think DJ Sammy and the DJ Sammy with the way he fucking got on, Jesus.
And then last night too, but we'll bring it back to last night. Fucking the kids playing Born in Belfast. We went down to the Teen Fest.
What a show that is.
Fair
Fucking
play
hats
to
off
Hugh
to them
and
all.
Charlene and everyone else who involved in that. That's
Yeah.
a fucking, like, had to been 700-800 people
Oh,
in there. Like,
easy.
the kids going mad.
All the sugar from the tuck shop.
They're running about with tins of Monster. That's one of these kids wiped out. But it's just
Do you know
because
what I only realised? There was a smoking area for no one to smoke. Like, they had to be back, but it
I
must be
said
like,
that to Heller when we drove up to Shankill last night.
It really dawned on me.
I said, "There's a smoking area there.
But it wasn't
but
a
it-
smoking area. It was just a bit for them to go and cool
Cool
down.
down, aye." I said,
Fuck
"But
off.
you have a smoking area for a teen rave."
Only on the Shankill, eh?
Aye. But no, it was fucking brilliant. And see some of them kids, like, see
Oh,
them mixing. See your wee.
They're better than fucking some of the people we play with. They're better than us.
us. Fuck's sake. See your wee man Ors that we were on stage with when he played Born in Belfast.
Yeah.
See how he mixed out of it, mate.
Oh,
It was
so
fucking
so
elite.
good.
I was going, what's he doing here? I was on the microphone giving it, yeah, what the fucking,
He's
you
like,
up
I'll
my
play your
kids.
tune. Get the fuck on,
And then he
mate.
went, boom, 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 and just mixed out of it. I was like, holy fuck.
It's like skills.
But
Absolute
the
skills.
transition was really fucking good.
Yeah.
So,
The
fucking,
future of Northern Irish DJing is definitely in good hands after
aye,
what
after
we
that.
witnessed last
And
night anyway.
what Hugh was saying, that runs Northern Ireland Trans Family, he was saying that, like, I mean, they're once, twice a month, them kids, these kids are 13, 14, 15.
Yeah.
And they're playing in front of, once or twice a month, we're playing in front of 800 people.
Yeah.
See, whenever it does come this stage where you put them in the Telegraph or something, they'll eat it up, mate.
Oh, there's no fear of it.
Not one
There's
bit of
not
nerve.
nerves or anything. It's just I am destined to do this.
Yeah.
But it was a great experience. It was good to see. It was nice to impart a bit of wisdom on all the everyone. Fucking get earplugs. Get
We were
earplugs.
torturing the kids, going, "Where's your earplugs?" And they're like, "What's that? Can you?" But you won't be able to hear. I was like, "Oh, if you get shit ones, you can't hear.
Yeah.
Get the real ones." I was like, "Trust me, see you lose." Especially doing it at that age. We weren't in nightclubs at that age.
No, the only reason that whenever we were that age, there was nothing to do with DJing or music making, and then whenever you got bigger, the only way you sort of fell into DJing was if your mate had a set of decks and you all went around and partied in his house and you all had to go on it. Like there was no real avenue into DJing per se.
There was as well, unless you listened to Radio 1 after 11 o'clock too, where there was music.
But it was very, very niche.
Yep.
And that was it. And then
it's that coon fucking tune.
But it's blown up now between obviously TikTok, social media. And
I just sent you this morning.
So much more
there's
access.
we gotta get like 100 fucking followers and
But it was
100
mad, even
messages
kids
on
and all
TikTok.
walking up last night being like, "Oh, can we get a photo with you?"
Remember and one of them come up and they didn't have it. Like some of them did know who we were, some of them didn't. But one of the wee men come up and goes, "Here, are you the ones that made that remix?" And we were like, "Oh," and he goes, "Holy fuck!"
Freddie lost his shit. Bless him, the sugar really kicked in
God
there.
love him. Like I was like, but that's what I was saying to him. And so I was like, I will come down, and the reason being is hardstyle has died.
Yeah,
and it was good to see last night that most of them wee men were playing hardstyle.
Yeah, coming back. And
so it's starting to come back around again. And don't get me wrong, like it's going to be another 4 years, 5 years to all them kids that were last night are in the nightclubs. But it's a good saying. It's coming. It's definitely coming. Because I can't see there being much 17-year-olds are like.
No.
Yeah, there's definitely a couple of 9-year-olds are like.
Well, what I find was funny. The further you got away from the stage, the smaller the kids.
I so at the front. See at the very front of the arena, which it is. It's basically an arena.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
Fucking. It was all older kids, and then the further went back, and then out into the hall, the younger kids whose ears would start to see hurting their ears.
But I said I would take Ruby to the next one just to let her experience what Daddy's World's like. And
see, that's what I should wanted to go because I was telling you about her dancing friends. I was like, she can't go. But then there was loads of younger kids there with their parents.
I would say though that if we said here, we just want to take the kids down to show them what Daddy's World's like for a bit.
Yeah, no, but even see, like at the side of the stage, there was loads of young kids.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, I wish I had a brother now. But because she was near Gurnham whenever I walked out the door because all her mates out of dancing were going, but they're all fucking 13.
They're all up. Yeah.
Madness, like.
But
fair play them.
Oh, 100%.
Sure, it was your idea too.
I know.
Like, Matt, you talked about this on this show at least 2 years ago.
Yep.
We should do a kids rave, and I was like, right, let's go. And then you took your foot off the gas. You were like, no, here, let us do it. Darn it, let us do it in the pod. And I was like, 100%.
Yeah.
And then. No,
but we were thinking too
rave
kids, too adult about it. We weren't thinking young about it. The one thing as well, actually, about the club. Now, I said to you when we were in Malta, not once did I in any way, shape, or form feel uncomfortable, unsafe. Like even the one looky man we seen, you walk past you, and I didn't even know he was there. Like there was no pressure. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever.
Do you want glasses? We're like, nah. And he was like, no sweats. Okay.
Have a good one. But when we got to that nightclub, all the bouncers, the security were wearing bulletproof vests.
That's
like,
right.
What the fuck were they expecting to happen?
I don't know, mate. Know what it is? Because of, this is my theory. See the big Take That concert that all that was beside us. You have
Take That unanimous gang
and
culture.
Michael Bublé, it works 2 months a year.
The bubbles and the Take That fans all
mate, you're only a hop, skippity jump away from Tunisia.
Yeah.
So that's a perfect place for a terrorist attack.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to happen in fucking...
Why not?
Nowhere else.
There's nowhere else built. There's nowhere else in Malta with that amount of
The
people in
clubs
one
I
go.
seen weren't even wearing bulletproof vests.
Exactly. That's what I think. I think because it's a densely populated area all in one go. If you're going to do a terrorist attack, that's where to do it.
In Club Uno.
But it wasn't Club Uno. Right beside it was fucking.
No,
There was a fucking stage bigger than Creamfield
No,
stage
I
next
get
to
that,
us.
but it was just the whole night you were just sitting feeling very unsettled, being like, "What do you know something I don't know? Like, what are you
I know.
fucking suited and booted for?"
There
here?"
were like our peelers over here.
Oh,
with
like
fucking
proper fucking
fucking
jacked up with their
and
bulletproof
it was
vests.
fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. It was 25 degrees, and these cunts are running about in bulletproof vests with fucking
We're just
helmets
sitting there in
and all.
shorts, being like, "Oh my god, I just wish this drawing base was over for fuck's sake." But what other shit did we get up to? I went swimming in the ocean. That was fantastic. It was very therapeutic. I realised that I can't breathe properly. So fuck me, I couldn't hold my breath for more than a second.
You
like,
underestimate yourself.
I underestimated that big time, mate. We went to the aquarium. The aquarium was good shit. They got
enjoyed
some
that.
really good fish in there.
Yeah,
I went to the aquarium on my own for the day. You went off with Heather for a wee day, and I took myself to
I
the
know.
aquarium.
You would have liked Melita, Valita. Sorry,
Malita, you've said it wrong about
Valita.
6 different ways. It's
Valita.
all right.
I don't even know if I'm saying it right still. Fuck's sake.
It was nice though to get the business out of the way early. Like we got there, we done our shit, and then you had 2 days just to sit and
See,
chill.
the reason we stayed so long too was because we were meant to play more.
Yeah.
Like our understanding was we were playing more shows, like both parties, things like that. But then what they done was they put more DJs on in competitions and all.
Yeah.
Which meant then the fucking the slots ended up coming down. But I'm glad we got a wee fucking break, mate.
No, that's it. It was nice to have a break and just sit and chill and just go at our own wee leisurely pace and not have to get up the next morning and go to airports and
Yeah.
all that there shit.
It is. I don't know if I would go back if we were playing, but I wouldn't go back. I don't think I would go back on a holiday.
I would go
It's
back
not a
for
not a kiddie thing.
not for kids. I would go for like a weekend break or something on a cold. But no,
Yeah.
it's not. Yeah, it's definitely not.
The only reason, if it was direct flights, you would do it maybe
Aye.
all the time, but not them fucking being in 4 different airports. Fuck's sake.
That was
We literally were in 4 airports.
Yeah.
So we went Manchester, here, international Manchester, Malta. That's 3. Sorry, it's 5 airports. Then we went from Malta,
not the Gatwick,
Gatwick
and
to Belfast City.
Fucking jet setters that we are, mate. It's been fucking shite being home, hasn't it?
I would
Back
rather
to the
be
rain.
I'd rather be here. Like,
You're walking about going, oh my god, fucking bones.
yeah, nah,
Feels so
fucking
good.
Monday and Tuesday, or Tuesday and Wednesday, were fucking summer splitting the trees.
No, it weren't.
Oh, it was, mate.
Get away.
It was fucking great over here on Tuesday and Wednesday. I remember going, fuck, I brought the sun back with me.
Here, the one bit of bad weather. Do you remember the heartbreak of the McDonald's, mate? Oh, mate, that was.
I put a video and all up. Like, I went into hotel. I put a video up in the story. Like, mate, fucking hotel hooked us right up to have this wee special, and they did have a wee special app, didn't they? And I was like, mate, what? And he goes, oh, it's only for hotels, this app and all. And I was like, fucking outstanding. I phoned him, goes, yo, come back. I just ordered you a McDonald's. We sat, and me and you sat there for what? Gotta be a half an hour.
It was definitely half.
Me and him sat there for a half an hour. This is about 5 o'clock in the morning. Going,
I
can't believe
we
we're
got a
getting.
taxi back from the club to your hotel, and I said cheerio, and I walked round to mine, which is about 5 minutes.
As soon as
after.
I went in, I asked your man, I said, is there anywhere to get food at this time? And he went, here, we'll see a sweet trick.
Aye,
Got
but
the wee tablet out behind the thing, turned the screen all around, went, this is for hotels only. It was just like Deliveroo, but it's for hotels.
Yeah.
So I mean, he goes, it'll come straight here. I was like, what I do? He says, you just go up to the room, I phone you and it's here and all. I was like, fucking brilliant. But then I phoned Dave and was like, mate, just ordered you a McDonald's.
See when you made that phone call, I could both equally kill you and loved you because I was so hungry. I was like sad, except that I wasn't getting food. But then you were like, I literally opened my door, and as I put the key in for the power, you were like, Dave, I've got you a burger. I was like, shit, like, but it's gonna be 45 minutes. Like, I just wanted to go to bed.
That's what he told me. And then me and Dave sat there like 2 fucking hungry
we
fucking.
sat outside for 20 minutes as well.
And then we went inside. And then he came over. Your man just came over and went.
No, the wee Italian man came over because you were listening to the videos. And was like, what you listening to?
I was editing the videos to post, and I was like, no, we were playing the night, and he was talking away. And then the fucking dickhead at the counter, another half an hour later, just went, here, lads, McDonald's just cancelled that order.
I was fuming.
What?
I waited an hour and a half.
Me and I
that
ended
shit.
up having. I just went to a vending machine, bought loads of fucking Maltesers and shit.
Maltesers in Malta. Fuck me.
I seen I get back up the room. She was ripping it too. Like, but
Oh.
he was like, "This is a wee secret."
No, sure. Was Heather told us? She
Oh, that's
phoned,
right.
she phoned us and was
That's
like, "Here,
right.
that's saying it's cancelled." And we're like,
I was like, "How do you know?" The phone the room.
we're just sitting there like two spare
Like two
dicks.
big dickheads. That's right. But I made
That
that.
was fucking heartbreaking.
But your
mate.
mom was bigging it up so much. She was like, "You can't get this anywhere. No, I mean, this is just for hotels around here." And all like, I was like, "Fuck it, I getting in this wee secret."
I've just joined some secret
I
club. Fucking right.
Is this the Illuminati of Malta?
Here, is it all right if I invite my mate round for this? Like, he's all right. He's sweet. He'll not tell anyone.
Yeah, I'll tell him not to tell his hotel.
I was fucking raging. Like, cause I could have been in bed sleeping and been all ready on my way to fucking getting breakfast, and you just got my hopes up. I know it had nothing to do with you, but like,
I made I got my own hopes up. Fucking raging.
it was good shit. Do you know the one thing? Oh, mate, do you remember as well the fucking? Did you see the midget? The fake midget
No,
on the chair?
no, I didn't see it. You were saying about it.
So there was this man, and if you had it done this with your hand and covered his waist down, he was a normal, older kind of man with a bit of a beer belly. But if you moved your hand up and covered his head to his waist down, he was a small person, and he had the frame of small person's legs. And I found this very odd because, like, how can you have one and not the other? And as I turned around to tell Heather this, she then pointed out that he was trying to get on his chair, one of the high bar stools. And I know I shouldn't have laughed at this, but my God, was it funny watching him go.
Like Warwick Davis.
It was fucking brilliant because he just could not get his wee stubby legs up onto the fucking thing. I was like, oh, your life must be very fucking difficult, man. But it was so good. But the one thing I seen in my hotel, I remember saying this to Heather, when I went down for dinner, do you know the night I got my complimentary dinner on the hotel, you know, and I had my rabbit. I was there was quite a lot of elderly people in my hotel, and when I was just sitting at dinner, I kind of was just staring around, taking life in, and I noticed that a lot of them weren't talking to each other, but they weren't even looking at each other. They're just kind of staring off for their own thoughts. No phones, no fuck all.
Mhm.
I was like, right, well, that's obviously when you get to a certain age in life, you're like, I can't be fucked talking to you anymore.
Alright, fuck her.
But then I would come home from whenever we'd been out, and as I'm going up to my room, the entertainments was always on, and all the fucking old people were up, and they were giving to all this dancing, and they were smiling, and they were happy. And I was like, right, so you are just able to be super, like, could you be comfortable in Heather's company?
Mhm.
But if you were sitting in silence, you would both whip the phones out. Same way I would with
Yeah,
Nicole.
yeah.
It must be lovely to be an elderly person and just be able to be comfortable in your
And
partner's company
silence, yeah.
and not have to whip a phone out and then be like, yeah, we've spent the day at the pool doing shit. Let's just have quiet dinner time. We'll go up, we'll get ready, and then we'll fucking jive the night away. It's like that must be such a beautiful existence in a way. To not be tied to the fucking
The phone,
technology
yeah.
and always having to
And you don't have to
breathe and
speak.
absorb
Yeah.
shit. You can just sit there and just be like, "Ah, what a nice day that was."
Mhm.
And just think about, like, really, really reflect on what you've done for the day and enjoy the memory of what you've done and be like, oh, fuck, that was a good wee day. We actually
Sounds
done.
boring to me. Like,
No, but you know what I
I'd
mean?
rather flick down TikTok and watch people get
No,
chopped
but
up.
I think that's a big problem in life now. Like, people don't take time to process any kind of thought. If they're sitting there bored on their own, it's straight flicking on the phone, looking
There
at
was
other
a
people's
couple
lives or
facing
fucking
my
whatever.
hotel, an older couple, and every night, whenever I was out having a smoke, I'd
Were they
just sit
riding
and
with
watch them. They were riding. No, they weren't. One was sitting in one chair, and one was sitting in the other chair reading a book.
Yeah.
Now they were older, but honestly, every single night they were both just sitting there fucking reading their books. And I used to watch them every night, going, "Fuck, I wonder what they're reading."
But that's nice. Do you know what I mean? It's like
50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Earl Grey, fuck's sake. But it's like, I want to be in your company, but I also don't really want to speak to you right now.
Yeah.
So let's do our own thing separately, but still be in each other's sort of radius.
That's it.
But like, if you're constantly scrolling or looking at videos or reading news and all that shit, you're not actually letting your brain take any time to just stop for a second and go
Yeah.
process just life and just then.
I do it sometimes driving where I didn't have nothing on, just drive.
Yeah.
And it helped. Like, don't get me wrong, your mind goes fucking boogaloo over. It goes everything.
Oh yeah.
but it is nice to do it. Mate, the food thing was mad over there. Like, they don't like steak, do they?
No.
The odd place had ribeye steaks. Everything had fucking rabbit. Rabbit was a massive fucking
Oh, I
meal
fucking
over there.
loved it. Do you know what? A rabbit was actually quite nice.
No, I've had way rabbit before, like, and obviously fucking forced it down because they want to. But also, I didn't enjoy it. But then you had obviously burgers and chips everywhere, English breakfast you get. But the fucking meat thing was a bit weird. Like,
Yeah.
you just assume it's a Mediterranean diet, I suppose. What is it?
Well,
fucking rabbit food.
That's it. You're in the Mediterranean. It's nice, healthy, fucking.
Do you know what I mean? Most of it's
Stuff.
like what is a Mediterranean diet? Like fucking seeds and fucking all that. It is. All
After
that
what I
shit.
said a few weeks ago, I can't really be talking about anyone. Any
Face
sort of
seeds, fucking.
That's what I like. Olive oil, and all
Olive
that there
oil,
shit. Yeah,
fucking. It is rabbit food, mate.
but that's why they're all so healthy and fucking nice. Do you
Mm.
mean all that healthy
Bar
food?
them taxi drivers, mate. They're all fucking fat cunts.
Aye, but that's because they've got to deal with that one lane traffic everywhere, just all day. Fucking get out of my way. Do you ever using stitching me up on the last night? You thought that was fucking hilarious.
I actually
wasn't it?
forgot about that.
Fucking
It
brilliant.
wasn't even the last night. It was the night before the last night.
I went
He went
out
out for a smoke, right?
No, it didn't. I went out to have a night phone call with Ruby and hear all about her day because she was out celebrating someone's birthday party and
On a smoke.
it was lovely. Well, of course, but I was outside. I may as well kill two birds with one stone. But I was just having this lovely chat with my daughter.
Hold on, you need to stop. So first of all, Dave, I says, where do you want to go? And he goes,
That's right.
mate, there's a wee bar down the street from my hotel that has the darts on. I was like, perfect, let's go. Went in to watch the darts. Now, do you ever watch the film The Hills Have Eyes or fucking whatever like that? Everyone in the bar was a wee bit off.
Yeah, see, but I didn't know that.
No, it's not your fault, mate. Nobody knew it until we sat down and got a drink. And we were like, right, there's something going on here. Now they were all expats, but they all weren't the full fucking. They weren't the full shilling. But it was a karaoke night, and so Dave decided to go out and talk to fucking his daughter and being nice, have a wee smoke. And Heller said to me, "Tell him we signed him up for the karaoke." And I went, "All right." Dave came back in, and I was like, "Mate, we just signed you up for karaoke here." And I swear to God, he never walked back into this bar again. He stood at the door the whole time. But the wee woman who was like the fucking queen of the hills have eyes, she came out singing, and I said to her, here, he said he's not going to do the karaoke. And she played the role. She went from being a dumbass to like being so smart. She played the role perfectly. And she was like, is that him you signed up? And I was like, aye. And she started going mad, started going, see, I'm going to lock the doors and you're not getting out. But me and Heller were already talking about this place going to eat us. And Heller was like, do you reckon these seats are weighing us to see how much they can charge for rabbits? I mean, I couldn't stop laughing in front of her. Heller was funny as fuck. As he goes, they're weighing us to see how heavy we are. And then they're going to see how many pounds of rabbit they can sell. But he never came back in the bar. He genuinely thought we were signed him up.
Told me you should sign me up for karaoke. Like, you had me hooked, line, and sinker. And then when that wee woman was like, oh, no, everyone comes in here has to do karaoke. I'm going to lock you in here. I was like, well, you can't lock me in here if I just walk off
I've
right
never
now,
seen anyone as petrified. And then me and Heller knocked the drinks and literally left. Because
you had a glass of wine on the table off me and you're like, oh, you got to drink this. And I walked in, knocked it, and walked back out again. I was like, I'm not fucking staying here. Fuck off.
And then the next night, it was the last night, I was coming up to get the headphones off you and the camera thing. And I was like, right, and we'll walk past, and your wee woman was standing there, and I was like, here, love, there's that dickhead last night that wouldn't do karaoke. And she just started going mental. But this place was freaky as fuck. Like, it was. Like,
it really was.
See the longer we sat there, the longer I was going, oh, this is, what do you call that there? Fucking. The one with the vampires when the club's closed with fucking George Clooney.
Oh, I have no idea.
From Dusk Till Dawn. That's what it was reminding me of. Like, here, we're going to have a lock in, everyone. Do you want to stay? Free drink all night? And then they lock the doors, and then the next minute we're over a fucking burning.
We're drinking your blood. That's what we're drinking all night.
It was fucking freaky as fuck.
When I came out of my hotel, I seen this.
But it was only
like, I don't want to go down there tonight, and I know if I tell Jason that the
because you went to my room and I was sitting watching the darts in the room.
All right, it's like the darts is on just round the corner beside my hotel, so I don't have to fucking go far. That was the worst call.
But it was cheap too. Like, it was only like fucking €2 odd for a fucking glass of wine.
So funny though. Like, I was so convinced that you had signed me up for that, like, properly. And see now in
I
reflection,
wish I had have just done
you've
it.
caught me deer in the headlights because whenever I was on the phone, I seen it just hadn't fucking moved and no one had spoke to us. So like, upon reflection, I should have known it was all a load of
I
bollocks.
should have just see you thinking back. I should have just done it, and then you were sitting there and I called your name.
Ah, yeah,
That
that would
would've
have
been
been far
funner.
better if you hadn't. If you
No,
had done
see
it, say
after,
fuck
but
off.
I just turned to her and I was like, "We're dickheads." Because see, when your woman was shouting at you at the door, I was like, "We should have videoed all this because it was so funny." Like
Oh yeah, 100%.
that would have been great fucking content.
What about your man and the fucking shirts? Speaking of video and weird shit,
That was a good shout. That was a good call.
so
You
we
caught that well, like
for anyone that didn't see the video, whenever I was setting up the podcast, there was
with no wire. I was actually away looking for a wire at this stage.
That's right, you weren't here. That's important to the story. Actually, Jason wasn't here. So when Jason was away off looking for the wire, I was sitting with Paul Clark, just shooting the shit a bit. And this guy, Victor, was down about. He's like, "Oh, what is it you're doing? He's doing a podcast or what?" And I was like, "Yeah. Had a bit of a chat about it."
Trying to do a podcast.
Well, we sort of explained that a wee bit, and he was saying, "Oh, I've just had a bit of bad news, and I've got to go home tomorrow. I'm raging." I was like, "Oh," but it didn't really. I never ask people. When people say I've got bad news, I'm like, "Oh, sorry to hear that." And I don't ask because it's not my business, and I don't really want to ask you because it's your private business. So he kept going on about it, and that was that. And then eventually he's like, "Oh, my auntie died," but my auntie's like, "Mum." So I have to get home. I was like, "Right, dead on." And Paul Clark was like, "I love your clothes, man. I love your clothes. They're
So it was
great."
Paul's fault.
Oh, this is how it all started, right? So he was like, "Do you? I actually ordered a load of clothes like this just for this holiday that I'm not going to get to wear. Let me see, stand beside me. Yeah, you be the same size as me. Yeah. Hold on, give me 5 minutes. I'll run up to my room and I'll grab them for you, and then you can sort them out." Paul was like, "Oh yes, man, do that. That's sweet, no bother." And off Victor went. And then we forgot about Victor. Sat and drank our fucking mango daiquiris, had a great old time. And about 15 minutes later, Victor emerged with an armful of
This
these.
is as I walk in again. I would just walk in at this stage.
Oh yeah, you just walked in. Now these clothes were like proper Miami Vice paint splattered shorts and fucking tropical t-shirts.
I'm going to use them as jammies. Like,
Are you?
I forgot right out because mine's isn't a shirt; it's a t-shirt and shorts.
Right, okay.
So it is.
So
Cheers, Vic.
what he wanted was for us to all wear them on stage, but he came in and he's like, "Look, I've got them for you all." But this is when he walked in, and I was like, "Aye, there's my other half there. You can give him one." And he just walked into this hotel, and some guy just starts
Handing me
handing him
clothes.
funny clothes, and you're just look at your face. It's like, what the fuck is going on here?
I think I rolled. I just went, I wear no
Aye,
sweat.
you were like, "Aye, sweet, what's happening?"
I see if he had still been there. See when I seen him in the club, the guy was gone.
I know, but he said to me, he's like, "Oh, why are you not wearing it?" And I was like, "We've got it here." And
Aye.
fucking showed him in the bag.
See if he had been there at the front the way he said he would. I'd have put the t-shirt on.
Oh yeah, but no,
problem,
he was gone by the time we were.
he was gone
playing.
with the furries by fucking what time did we get there at 11, 12?
Yeah.
He was fucking rode off like.
But that would no, I agree with you. If he had stayed and he had been there, yeah, I definitely would have put it on for a laugh. But it made no sense to anybody else. It wouldn't have made any sense either to anybody. But at least you were still making one person's night funny because he'd be like, "Oh, I met them in the hotel and done all this and fucking this here." But it wasn't to be. But that was funny. Just the look in your face when you walked in. And this guy dressed up like fucking, he's just come from the 70s. He's like, "Here, man, put this on." You're like,
I have a video. I think.
I've got it on my phone. It was very, it was a good old time. But yeah, it was. I think it was one of our more enjoyable ones. For being away.
Is your Bluetooth on?
Yeah. What video is this?
Your email.
The full video.
Aye. You sent me, sir.
Well, I could have just done this. You know, I was the one that videotaped it.
I go ahead. Your Bluetooth's not on, by the way.
It is on.
Because I want to stick another video up for all the kids. A video we've done before on the show, but we'll have to do it again.
Right. Right, try it again. Fuck's sake, Jason.
I'll do it after.
I was just more impressed that I had everything set up and didn't forget any wires. Do you know what I found out as well this week? Random fucking music trivia for you. Do you know Vanilla Ice is indirectly responsible for what the fuck's going on with my mic?
The what do you call it? Fucking right, hold on.
Can you not do what?
So for anyone watching, this is your man. Paul got hit hard. Like that's the one I ended up with. I ended up. As you can see,
What a good way to pause that.
that's me just arriving. That's me just getting there, going, what the fuck is going on? I done all right. Like mine's is
yeah.
the fucking best one. Like as you can see, all the podcast stuff in the background there. Right, music trivia. Go ahead.
Vanilla Ice is indirectly responsible for Tupac, Biggie Smalls, Dre, and all that becoming famous.
Why?
So allegedly, this is how the story goes: that the song "Ice Ice Baby,"
Yeah.
Suge Knight supposedly believes that one of his mates helped that song. What do you? So he went to Vanilla Ice's hotel after a gig one night and said to him, "Here, you need to sign over the rights to that song to me, because my mate done that for you." So your mate didn't do that. I'm like, "Come here, I talked to you in this balcony here."
There's Mackie Jones saying, "I wonder what Paul Clark's story was about with these outfits." Yes, we tagged them in it. Your mom was asking us to play them at the show, and we would have like,
Oh yeah,
if
no,
he had
definitely,
stayed
yeah.
there, I had my eye on the cunt all night, going,
Oh,
"Let's
right.
make his night."
Yep.
But he fucked off. He was too drunk.
Um,
Does anyone know a Victor that was at Colours International?
get him tagged.
Get him tagged underneath this.
But yeah, so supposedly Suge Knight took Vanilla Ice out onto the balcony, sort of held him over a bit, and was like, "That's a long drop down there, isn't it?" And went back into the hotel room. He signed over the rights to Ice Ice Baby, and then he took all the money from Ice Ice Baby, started Death Row Records, and off the hip hop mogul stars.
Is that right? Huh?
Swear to fuck.
Old Suge Knight was a madman, wasn't he? He was on the Patrick David podcast there
was he the
on the
original
phone.
P. Diddy, was he?
No, I don't think he was that bad. He was more a murderer than a rapist.
Still pretty fucking bad. They're up there together. They go hand in hand.
I would trust a murderer before I trust a rapist. Like, at least you know what you're getting.
It depends on what type of murderer you are.
Nah, if you're a woman murderer, if you're a woman murderer, then all right. No, but no, he was just a gangster, mate. I think, but he was on that. He was on Patrick David podcast, calling in from jail, and every like 15 minutes, it knocked off and then it reset again, or whatever it was. And he was saying about Diddy. This is whenever the Diddy shit was coming out. He said, "Mate, he's fucked. Like he was a bad cunt, Diddy."
Oh, wow.
Right, so we have done this video before, but I want to do it again. And this is obviously from all the kids we were giving advice to last night and stuff. It's about music stroking. Always don't be scared to use things whenever you're producing music. So we'll see. This is the Gorillaz.
Oh yes, I know.
With Clint Eastwood. So Clint Eastwood was probably their biggest tune.
Yeah.
And like it's such Zane Lowe can't believe that. Like, no, I mean that's
whenever you showed me the first time,
that's such an iconic tune. Now, if you look at that whole studio there, they've got many synthesizers, many presets, many plugins, and they use it's some wee kid's toy that they have fucking took that off,
and they've just made an absolute banger out of it.
So, to all the kids, if you're learning how to make music and you think something shouldn't be there, if it sounds good, keep it there.
Yeah, 100%.
It doesn't matter what it is. Obviously, I suppose it could be different if it's clear. You have to clear a sample if it's out of another tune or something.
Whenever you're just starting, that's
yeah.
Really
but see, when you're starting out, just put the stuff in.
Yeah.
Play it. If it sounds good, fucking keep it there. Don't worry about anything. Don't worry about stroking. Don't worry about nothing. Just put the stuff in your music and have fun.
Yeah, 100%. And that was we spent a lot of time being worried about that. See, at the end of the day, whenever you're starting off, no one gives a fuck if you've ripped samples from somewhere.
No.
The main thing is just do it. If you then get picked up bigger, then the big label people will be able to have them negotiations for you to clear the samples. See, another thing just on that as well. I was sent a mix recently from someone, and they asked me to have a listen to it because they're big Phase 2 fans, yada yada yada. And they're like, I've even included one of the Phase 2 remixes in it. I was like, okay, so I had to listen through.
Has to be Banter Beyond, like,
No,
because we released Banter Beyond, don't we?
yeah, but it's not. So I had the mix wasn't bad. But then I hear this tune coming in. I was like, that's our tune, but no one has that other than us. Plugging the remix of Caroline. It's like, you've ripped that from SoundCloud.
Yeah.
So a wee advice for you is don't play SoundCloud rips. And if you're going to play SoundCloud rips, don't send the set to the artist of the tune that you've ripped and ask them to play it. Because there's only one person in this world other than me that has that tune. And it's this guy right here.
Yep.
And that's it. There's people that have asked for it, which will now be sent because we've played it. But don't be ripping tunes from SoundCloud just in general. It doesn't sound good.
The quality also will not match any tunes that have been bought either, because you're ripping it. SoundCloud condenses it to upload it, so you're losing quality right away.
Yeah.
So it'll sound shit in the mix compared to other tunes, but which then makes our mix sound, the track that we have produced sound shit because it's not at full quality.
Exactly, and then people are like, "Oh, that doesn't sound."
That doesn't sound like a good track. It's very weak or something. The master's not great.
No, it's you've just ripped that from SoundCloud and are playing it. And I get why.
Tell you what, that Caroline tune went down a fucking bomb in Malta. Like,
it really did.
See, there was a load of Scottish guys sitting over here, or standing over here, like no way there was tables people were standing on, and had the Scottish flag. And see, whenever, for those that don't know, it's Dave's voice that goes, "Who the fuck is Caroline?"
No, I don't think we actually talked about
no,
that.
No, so it was Dave just recorded it, like, "Who the fuck is Caroline?" And whenever, like, it was building up, and these were singing every word to the first bit of it because it's just similar to the original, words. And they were singing, they were giving the stacks, and then they realized it was hardstyle, and they were like, holy fuck, and I went, "Who the fuck is Caroline?" You all just went, they got there, and I was like, yes, and then it just dropped, and they all went boogaloo. But as soon as it went, "Who the fuck is Caroline?" all their faces just went exactly the same, like, brilliant. I loved it. That's the best thing about producing music, is the first time you play it on stage.
Well, I've said this a million times before. It doesn't matter what drugs you have in the world. See, when you spend 2-3 months working on a tune, or a couple of weeks working on a tune, or whatever, even just a day working on a tune, and you play it for the first time, and everyone eats that shit up from you, that is a feeling of gratification that nothing will ever give you.
No.
And that's why you do this shit. There's like,
we were joking about it last night. Last night was the first time we played Born in Belfast in Belfast. And we didn't even play it. It was the first time we were on stage and it was played in Belfast. Yeah. Like, we've played it everywhere else, but we haven't played it in Belfast.
But when the kids were singing it, I was like, right, you're obviously singing it because you know the John Zoo bit. But then when it starts getting into the build-up, they were going, "I was born in Belfast." They were all going, "Belfast, yes, Belfast."
I didn't believe that from the start, because it's a bit of a niche thing for kids that age to get into.
Oh, no, but that's it.
We've sort of made it popular again recently on TikTok anyway.
Yeah.
And they knew every bit of it. And as you say, once it got to the bit where they wouldn't, that we produced, they knew every bit of it too. Yeah. So, no, I didn't think that. Because it's an old tune, not like.
Oh, wow, it's really old.
Yeah. But it's got to be 10 years old.
Everybody fucking knows it from here. It's a tune about.
I don't know our age, yeah.
There's a certain pride, though, whenever we have played that every time. Like, I know we get into tunes.
Welsh people in Wales shouting, "I was born in Belfast."
Yeah, there's just a certain thing about standing in front of people being like, "I was born in Belfast." It's like, I always wanted to wear Northern Ireland shirts, and you said we couldn't because obviously the political divide. You
can't over here. Yeah. You could away, like.
But you can play a tune being like, "I was born in Belfast." Fucking hoorah.
See, the funny thing is, your wee mum was born in fucking Rathcoole.
Who?
John Sue.
But it sounds better, doesn't it?
I was born in Rathcoole,
where the farmers all go moo. Fuck off.
That's where Michael Stone was born.
The only shotguns to have in Rathcoole when they're putting the cows down at the back. Come on now, Bessie, hear the shotgun.
I don't know where you think Rathcoole is. Rathcoole used to be the biggest estate in Europe.
I know, but as I've already told you, mate, everywhere that's not in Belfast is farmers to me, and I'm sticking true to my guns. I don't give a fuck if it's an estate.
It's the same as fucking Glencairn used to be the biggest cul-de-sac. It's still a big cul-de-sac. There's only one way in and one way out.
Why is it cul-de-sac?
It used to be the biggest cul-de-sac in Europe.
Oh, you missed that.
Why is it called a sack?
Yeah.
Because it holds my balls. My balls are getting lower and lower, mate. You know, I sit in the car and all, I sit on top of them.
See, when you told me that when we were mopped.
Swear to fuck, mate. I get in the car, mate, and sit in the ball. I'm like,
I was like, that doesn't happen. God.
It's fucking rough.
Oh, no, I definitely don't have that problem yet.
I don't know what it is, mate. Must be that Synergit stuff I'm taking. It's just full of testosterone, making them bigger.
Your dick's getting smaller.
My dick's getting smaller, like fucking TRT.
TRT,
like fucking... Jason.
Is that not fucking part of an Eminem tune? My dick's shrunk smaller, but my balls got larger. I drank more liquor to fuck you up quicker. And you want to fuck me in the set. What's that song?
Drug Ballad.
Oh, no, that's why they call me Slim
Shady.
I'm back. I'm back.
What a tune.
That is a great tune.
We've talked about it loads of times with that line of, sorry, Puff, I don't give a fuck. If Jennifer Lopez is my own mother, I'd still fuck her with no rubber. Come and say her, have a son and a brother at the same time and just say that it ain't mine. What's my name?
It's such a vile story, but it's so eloquently put.
I know.
Like, it's such a great...
I can't believe Jennifer Lopez went with Puffy.
Well, she's going to be next, from what I've seen. The, do you know
what they should do? They should put Jennifer Lopez in a glory hole as punishment and just let everyone... That would keep the world happy, like. You know what I mean? After like 40 days in the glory hole, you get the line up. Have like no like. Do you ever remember the hand sanitizers? You went in everywhere.
Fucking in the medieval days when they put people on the stocks.
Exactly like that, right? But only no way they had the hand sanitizer everywhere. It's lube. So when you go in, you just squirt the lube on your hand, wrap around, because it's going to dry up. You know what I mean? I'm sorry.
Holy fuck.
I'm not saying I would go. I'm just saying the world would be happy with that.
Can I just point out that earlier in this show you said you would trust a murderer, you wouldn't trust a rapist, and now you're saying because Jennifer Lopez went out with Pete Diddy that she should be putting stocks and everyone should have a buck at her, but we should have lube hand sanitizer because it's going to dry up. Is that what we're getting to here?
I mean, she doesn't have to go to jail.
Oh my god, my face is sore.
PGC.
It's like whenever you used to go to the butchers and all, you got a wee ticket, and we just have to walk up, take a wee ticket. Ticket number 42.
I imagine being ticket 1,850.
Oh, you hear
you go in, it's like a turkey at Christmas.
Well, here, let's be honest. They could fucking recycle all that lube to find the titties and just fucking leave it there.
That's a good way. Exactly, that's a good way to get used to it. Because I'm sure the peelers are going
until we've used every last drop.
I'm sure peelers or the cops are going, what the fuck are we going to do with all this shit? Oh, here's an idea. Here, Jenny from the block. Do you want to get a load of cocks?
I'm just Jenny full of cock. Oh, bro. I'm just Jenny full of cock. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where they came from.
Anywhere but the arsehole.
I would say at a certain point you'd have to swap to give
yourself I should be shouting back, for fuck's sake, put it in my hole. Henry VIII would be proud, wouldn't he?
God, this all came from fucking Eminem. Literally. Not fucking Eminem, like, but you know.
Aye, fuck him.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, here.
What about Big Donald on Rogan?
You haven't listened to him yet, so
I know.
I can't talk to you about it.
I know, fucking, but I like Big Trump. Like, I think it would be way better if he ran the show.
Oh yeah,
it'd be funny.
He came across very likable. I can't believe that you're going to end the show talking about Donald Trump and Rogan. We had a fucking wonderful time.
I would love to see Kamala go on it now.
Oh yeah,
just to see a difference.
That would be interesting.
Yeah,
but no, I must admit now, the crazy Donald Trump. Like, see, to be fair, his knowledge is incredible. Like, see the way he pulls facts and figures out of his head and like. Just random shit, and then he starts talking to Joe about the UFC fighters. No,
make it up.
Like, at his age, like putting out figures about people, like the amount of people in this populace and how much fucking like water regulation they have over here. And you're like, for an old man, like what, he's 4 years younger than Biden, and Biden doesn't know where the fuck he is, and Trump's pulling all this shit out, and then he's like, so Joe, tell me about your favorite fighters.
Yeah.
And then he's talking like very intelligently about the fighting, and then they go back to what he's campaigning for and how he would have done stuff here, there, and
Do you
everywhere.
know, see, when the UFC was starting, nowhere would have them, so they had to do it on Indian reservations.
Yeah.
And Trump was like, "Here,
they were talking about that.
That's it. Dana White always
I didn't
says
know
that. He was like, Trump was like, "I did my hotels. Don't worry about it.
I
There you
give
go."
his first 3 venues. Yeah.
Madness. Right, everyone. Thanks for watching and listening, and it's good to be back.
It is very good to be back.
And there'll be more. Go and check all the new music out on the SoundCloud as well.
Down in the wee
And
description there.
we recorded the set. The set was recorded when we were in Uno, so we're going to put it up this week some stage.
No, let's not lie here, because we've been messaged quite a lot asking about this. We've just re-recorded the set because there was parts of the set where we.
That's not what I just said there.
You said
the set was recorded,
and I know, but all the bits were turned down and shit, so you couldn't hear
from you know, right.
Yeah. So we re-recorded it because you've all asked for it so much, so that will be going up on SoundCloud very soon.
Yeah.
But until then, go down to the link descriptions, phase 2 and dice shit. Go there.
Yeah. And just go and listen to the music and share it with your pals and all that bollocks.
Tell them how
and if you want to learn how to make music, go to belfastdjstudio.co.uk. Or is it .com?
.co.uk. You should know this by now, fuck's sake.
No. Right. Adios.
Bye, guys. See you next week.